Luka is gone. What? Oh my gosh, Luka is gone. Luka! It's a long stoplight. Man, I think I've been there for like 10, 15 minutes. You know? Okay, all right, there we go. There we go. That morning was a big morning. We went to church around 12 o'clock and got the news from random. I thought it was like a fake news. And I couldn't even like believe it. I was like, what? And the fact that Luka himself didn't know about it, nobody knew about it. It's wild. But like I said, luckily Arsenal had played Man City that morning, and they whooped up on the boys and beat them 5-1. So my day went a little bit smoother, and then went to church and, you know, got rejuvenated for the week. So, but man, like, wow, you know, that's a big deal. I think that's a big change. You know, they're talking about it being the blockbuster, you know, trade, the biggest trade ever. And I think it's because it has the most impact. You know, I think for so long, you know, from Dallas, being born and raised in Dallas, all I knew was Dirk Nowitzki. And Dirk was the guy. You know, he did everything. He was loyal, he was faithful. And Cuban built that, you know, with that relationship with Dirk. And then he brought us that championship in 2011. And then after that, like, when he retired, we were like, all right, we got Luka Magic. He's the next one that's going to carry the torch. And then, you know, Mark Cuban sold, you know, the Mavericks. You know, hey, he did his thing, rightfully so. It's okay, it's cool. But man, you know, business is business, you know, but it still hurts, you know. And so I think one of the biggest things is, like, nobody likes change. Change is tough. Change is not easy, and change is hard, especially when it's drastic. And that goes for anything, anyone, any organization, right? A lot of times, you know, here's the thing about leadership, right, is you have to make the tough decisions, and a lot of times people are not going to agree with you, and they don't have to agree with you, and they don't have to understand, because that's your position, that's your role, and you have to make sometimes hard decisions, you know. And I'm not saying that decision was a good decision. I don't know. I'm not in his shoes, but I know the shoes that I'm in, and we had to make a big decision for our business in the last year. You know, kind of talked about this for a while, but my wife has been working with me side by side for the last 7 years, and for home health and hospice, and, you know, the director of nursing. And, you know, as we're getting busier and it's more taxing, you know, me and her cannot both work the company at the same time and take care of our 2 little boys. You know, it just gets a lot. And so I, you know, had to make a big decision, prayed about it, and, you know, transitioned her fully out of the director role last year, fully, and then now she'll be fully transitioned out of the company and working for another doctor's office, just, you know, so that she can truly work a 9-to-5 job. You know, being in leadership, it's not 9 to 5, it's 24/7, and we've done that for the last 7 years. And my boys are getting big, and they need mom and dad, and it's a big change for the company, you know. And it was tough, you know. I think the first couple months everyone was like, what the heck, like, why would you do that, you know, like, why are you transitioning her out and then bringing someone in? But you just kind of have to weather the storm sometimes. And, you know, when you make a decision, it's your decision. And, you know, when you run the business and you own the business, that's your choice, right? You have to weigh the options and find what is the best solution. But the thing about it is, like, the reality of it is that, you know, let's just say you are a parent have kids. Those are your kids, and you make your decisions. Who am I to come and tell you how to parent? Those aren't my kids. That's not my God-given authority, right? That's not where I'm supposed to make decisions. That's your decision. And I think a lot of times it's very easy to say, or to be prideful, or to say, oh, I think I could do this better than that person. No, that's not the realm that God's given you. And that kind of goes for anyone or any person, right? You know, whatever you have and whatever God has given you, that's your position, that's your authority, and you're called to exercise your decisions in that way. And it's important to respect other people's decisions, you know, and that's their decision. They have to live with those decisions. And I think that goes for anything, you know, especially with Nico and making this decision. Hey man, you gotta make the decision. There's a lot more things that we have no idea about behind the scenes that he's responsible for, that is making him make that decision. We don't know, and that's not my place. That's not my position to judge, you know, because I'm not in his shoes, and I would not want to be in his shoes, because I'm sure he has a lot of responsibility that's even more than what I can think or even imagine. So, you know, and that's the thing about change and decisions. Like, change is not easy, but, you know, weather the storm. And we're in a position right now with an organization where we are fully transitioning, you know, Emilynn out of the company, and it's a good decision for myself, for the family, for the longevity of Charlin, so that there's stability for a long time. And it's great. It's healthy. But in the moment, it's not fun. And I'm gonna miss working with my wife. We worked for so long together, ever since we were first married. You know, it's gonna kind of feel weird, but it is good. And so, change is good. It's okay. So, hey, Dallas, it's okay. We'll be all right. You know, when Dirk retired, it hurt too. This one hurt a little bit more because it is Luka. But Dallas, we're gonna be okay. Hang in there. It's okay. Be encouraged. Weather the storm. If you're a true fan, you'll just rock through it, right? But if you're a fair weather fan, then you'll just be like, man, Nico out. Jason Kidd out. But a true fan goes through all the seasons: winter, spring, summer, fall, and then winter again. So, Luka, blessings to you. Blessings to you. Thank you for a great run. But yeah, that's change. That's change.